Baby penguin Pippin and the hearts of ice. At the very bottom of the world, there was the kingdom of ice, where everything was covered in snow as white as milk and ice as blue as the sky. It was so cold here that when you took a breath, the steam turning into tiny clouds. But for those who lived here, the cold didn't matter at all, because they had thick feathers and warm hearts. In this white kingdom lived a little penguin named Pippin. Pippin was a little different from the other penguins. While the others were always shouting squawk squawk and sliding on the snow, Pippin usually sat alone and watched the sky. Or he would arrange the smooth, colorful pebbles he collected from the seaside. Pippin's biggest dream was to find a best friend to show these pebbles to and to slide down the slides with. Sometimes he would look from afar at a group of penguins named Lola, Leo, and Max, playing happily. He wanted to go to them, but his tiny feet just wouldn't move forward. What if they don't want to play with me, thought Pippin. What if they find my pebble collection boring? One morning, when Pippin woke up, he made a decision. Today, he said to himself. Today is adventure day. I will take my bag and go far away. Maybe my best friend is waiting for me behind that iceberg. Pippin put his favorite blue pebble in the small bag around his neck. And he set off. He walked on the snow with his tiny feet. Crunch! 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 He walked and walked. Finally, he came to the edge of the endless, deep blue ocean. The sea was as flat as a sheet that day. As Pippin looked at the sea, suddenly a giant spray of water shot up from the water. Whoosh! Pippin jumped back in fear. Hop! A huge, grey head popped out of the water. It was Barnaby the humpback whale. Barnaby's voice was like a song coming from the depths of the ocean. Hello, little penguin, said Barnaby. Why are you waiting here all alone? Pippin answered with a trembling voice. Hello, Mr. Barnaby. I am looking for a friend. Have you seen anyone around here who would play with me? Barnaby smiled. I can be your friend, Pippin, he said. Pippin was very happy. Really? Then let's play hide and seek. You hide behind that ice. Barnaby shook his head sadly. Oh, Pippin, I would love to. But I cannot walk on land. I can only swim in the sea. We can't dive deep together, and you can't run on land with me. Pippin's shoulders dropped. You are right, he said. We are too different. Barnaby waved at Pippin with his fin. But don't be sad. Whenever you look at the sea and hear my song, know that I am your friend. Now continue on your way, I am sure you will find the playmate you are looking for. Pippin thanked Barnaby and continued on his way. Crunch! 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 A little further on, he saw someone with whiskers and a funny face sunbathing on the ice. It was Sammy the seal. Sammy was constantly laughing. Uff! 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 He was spinning around and sliding on his tummy. Pippin approached excitedly. Hello! You look like you are having so much fun. Sammy lifted his head. Hello, little guy in the tuxedo. Come on, you slide too. The ice is wonderful today. Pippin immediately lay on his tummy. Together, they slid down an icy hill. Whee! The wind roared in their ears. It was so much fun. Pippin laughed out loud. "This is it," said Pippin. "I found my best friend." When they got to the bottom, Pippin said, "Come on, Sammy. Shall we build a tower with my pebbles now?" But Sammy yawned. "Yawn. I am very tired, little friend. Seals sleep for hours after playing games. Maybe we can slide again tomorrow." And Sammy fell asleep right where he was. Snore. Zzz. Pippin was alone again. The sun had started to set, and the sky turned purple and orange. The weather was getting very cold. Pippin was sad. "The whale lives in the sea, the seal sleeps all the time," he said. "I guess I will never find a playmate." He decided to go home. He walked with tired steps towards where the penguin colony lived. From afar, he could hear the voices of the other penguins. Squawk! Squawk! They had all gathered together, huddling close to each other to protect themselves from the cold. Pippin glided towards the very edge of the crowd. Just then, tired as he was, his foot tripped over a piece of ice. Thud! Pippin fell to the ground. His bag around his neck opened, and the colorful pebbles he loved so much and had collected with care scattered all over the snow. Clatter! Clatter! Blue stones, red stones, smooth white stones. They all scattered around. Pippin was so embarrassed that he covered his face with his wings. "Oh no," he said. "Now everyone is going to laugh at me." But nobody laughed. Instead, he heard a soft voice. "Wow! These are so beautiful." Pippin opened his wings. Standing over him were Lola, Leo, and Maximum. Lola bent down and picked up a shiny blue stone. "Where did you find this?" asked Lola. "It shines like the color of the sea." Leo picked up a red stone. "And this one is just like the setting sun," he said. Max jumped excitedly. "We just played with snowballs all day. I wish we had beautiful stones like this too." Pippin was surprised. Nobody laughed at his clumsiness. On the contrary, they were interested in his favorite thing. Pippin slowly stood up. He gathered his courage. "If you want," said Pippin in a quiet voice. "If you want, I can give you my stones too. I have lots. I can even show you where I found them tomorrow." Lola's eyes sparkled. "Really? Would you share with us?" "Yes," said Pippin. "Then we can build towers with the stones. Or we can slide on the ice." Lola, Leo, and Max welcomed Pippin into their circle. Lola said, "You are a very interesting penguin, Pippin. We always saw you from afar but were too shy to talk. You always looked so serious." Pippin smiled. "And I thought you wouldn't want me in your group." That evening, as the green lights danced in the sky, Pippin was no longer alone. His 3 new friends helped him collect his stones. Then, to keep warm, they all huddled together. Pippin was right in the middle of Lola and Leo. It was so warm. Pippin understood at that moment. To find a best friend, he didn't need to cross oceans or climb over icebergs. Just saying, "Hello," and sharing what he had was enough. Pippin closed his eyes. He had his stones in his bag and his friends by his side. And in the kingdom of ice, there was no happier penguin that night than Pippin. The end.